I'm Jen and I'm online. Normally I do vlogs, but today I am going to do an impromptu unboxing of the Insta360 X4. I'm a big fan of the entire Insta360 line. I'm not an action channel, but a vlogging channel. So I thought I'd give you a perspective of what it's like to use the Insta360 X4 for vlogging. I'm such a big fan of the Insta360 X series that I was on board with the Insta360 X1 and also the X2. I didn't get the X3 and I did hold off, but I really did like that large screen. And I waited so long I thought I'll just wait for the X4 to come out, and that's what I did. And here it is, the X4. Now, as a vlogger and not an action channel, why do I like it? Because it's perfect for vlogging on vacations, especially when you're outdoors. You get to live in the moment. You can capture the entire world in 360, and then you can go reframe it later. So I've used it for my trips to Aruba, my trips to France, my trips to Italy, and I've just really enjoyed the series. So I'm very excited to be opening up this X4. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to compare the size of the X2 versus the X4. And here we can see you clearly have that nice bigger touch screen as opposed to the small circular screen. It is a little bit taller, a little bit thicker, and weighs just a little bit more. I couldn't give you the exact weight, but it's not a noticeable difference when you hold it in your hand. So like I said, I'm going to spend a whole day vlogging with just the Insta360 4X. I want you to stick around to the end so you can give me your opinion on the picture quality and the audio. I'm going to film this vlog in 8K at a frame rate of 24. I'm not going to use an external mic. I'm only going to use the internal mic of the camera itself. I'm not going to use the lens covers because I personally don't like them. I find them bulky, they attract a lot of dust, and they're just odd to use. Good morning. We first take a look at its low light capabilities. I'm not doing any color correcting in this video. I'm using the manual setting, and the colors you see here are straight out of the box. They're not altered in any way. I also didn't have to spend a lot of time setting up and framing my shots. I could just put the camera somewhere, shoot everywhere, and then edit later.
But they're up at 11, right? Yes.
I believe so.
Yes, 11.
Thank you. I meant to make it up, but I forgot. Yeah. Kind of said what was in it.
Okay.
I feel like the tracking in the Insta360 editing process is a lot smoother than the gimbal tracking in the DJI Pocket 3.
What are you gonna have?
I like it. Oh no. A little bit of sweet and has too much sugar, but you gotta have your pleasures here and there. Oh, that was dumb. I stuck this in here and just splashed egg everywhere.
Oh. No, because I was over at Amazon when I was still at Oracle.
Using 360 camera does make it easier and faster to film your everyday routines. All you have to do is set the camera down and you don't have to spend time setting up and lining up the perfect shot. We are going to be a little late because... Happy Sunday. Well, today I am vlogging on my brand new Insta360 X4 Quattro. Awesome. I want to see how well it works as a vlogging camera, because I do have a video in the past where I completely vlogged with the X3 to get to see what, and if you want to take a look and see what that's like, go check that video out. I will try to link it down below. So we are going to fire up the pizza oven today, but we're not doing pizza. We're going to do our test run of the season with some nice juicy steaks. So I have some steaks here. I'm basically going to get them seasoned and have them sitting in a little bit of marinade. Well, not marinade, just basically some oil and garlic and some natural fresh herbs. And we're going to fire that up later today. So right now I have my garlic. I'm going to throw in a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to blend it all up. And then I'm going to smear it all over the steaks and let that sit until we're ready this afternoon. So let's get that going. The nice thing about the Insta360 X4 is I don't have to worry about lining up the shots too much. I just have to basically adjust my height. I want a lower angle, or if I wanted a higher angle. We will see later how the audio sounds, or you can let me know in the comments below what you think the audio is. I'm not hooked up to a mic. I'm just using the audio straight off the device. So I'm going to pray that this is working today, because this thing is very temperamental. It's Vitamix. I love Vitamix, but these new ones that don't have the knobs that rely on this display, I'm not feeling. I'm just not feeling. This display here, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So we will see if it feels like working for me today. If not, I have just made a big mess for nothing. I don't have a backup blender because it's in the RV. Put some olive oil in here. And we're gonna hope that this blender feels like working today. So right now I am recording in the 4K at a frame rate of 24 frames per second, and we'll see how that goes. I'm recording in 8K because I want the best picture quality for when I reframe. Ooh, and I've been recording this morning and I can see how already I have drained down to half my battery. So if I'm going to take it out today, I'm going to definitely have to pause and recharge it. So I may have I may use my other Insta360 cameras for recording if I go out, because the battery, I can tell you, is not going to last. So let's get this all chopped up. The battery is super low. It's less than half, and it is 10:34. I woke up about 8ish and started recording, so I'm less than half a battery, and it's only been 2 hours. So, but then again, I have been recording at 8K. I'm gonna try to get this done real quick before my battery runs out. Let's get these steaks going. So first, and if I really like the camera, I may consider buying an extra battery. The reason I don't buy extra batteries is because every time they come out with a new one, the battery is never compatible with the new one. So I'm very leery about buying batteries, because let's say, for example, if I want the X5 or the X6, I can guarantee you that the battery is not going to be compatible. And then I have these extra very expensive batteries that I'm not using. I learned that with the GoPro series. This is why I don't like cooking, because I hate handling raw meat. I really do. Raw beef and chicken and stuff, it's disgusting. But why do I eat it, you ask? Because it's good. But I do not like handling raw meat. It feels germy all the time. So these disinfectant wipes will take care of all the meat juice. Ugh. So I have this steak seasoning that I got from, I do not even remember, but it's got a pink Himalaya salt, garlic, coriander seeds, cumin seeds, black sesame, and fenugreek. And it smells so good. I've been waiting to use this stuff. I do use it in the soups that I make, so I have been using it. I'm going to be very generous with it. It just smells so yummy. And this is my garlic oil puree. And we are just going to smear that on here. And flip these bad boys over. I used to be a vegetarian for a long time, and then I got married and kind of gave up on that and started eating meat again. I was a vegetarian for my freshman year all the way up to my second year of med school. And then I got married and got pregnant and started eating meat. Then after I got divorced, I became a vegetarian again. And I was a vegetarian for about another 6 or so years. Then I got remarried and went back to eating meat. So the common denominator is every time there's a man in my life, I start eating meat. Okay, so that is it. I'm gonna throw in some of these herbs. Now, these herbs are, what is it? Italian parsley, organic rosemary, and organic thyme. I keep wanting to say thyme, but it's thyme, organic thyme. And I'm going to save some of these herbs because I'm also going to use them to make some potatoes and onions and broccolini. I'm going to cover this up with some plastic, set it in the refrigerator, and that will be my marination for my steak. And of course, I wasn't recording.
How many times to take?
Okay, so how many times are we going to take? Take three. Okay, so I've got the camera in me mode. I'm desperately trying to get out the house so I can go get my toenails done. So the first thing I noticed about me mode, unless you're editing in the vertical mode, it totally cuts off your head. And in this scene, I noticed that the Insta360 X4 did a great job transitioning from dark to light. The colors look great and it adjusted very well without me having to do anything manually. Okay, so now I'm going to record off of me mode and regular 360 mode because I want to see what it's like if you don't want to put it on a stick, if you just want to hold it in your hand and film in 360. So let's see what that looks like. Let's go. Ready?
Do it.
Push. Got my purse.
Polish.
Got my polish. Hello.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm filming with the de-warped feature on, which is supposed to straighten everything out. But as you can see, there's still slight curves and things that are supposed to be straight. But I attribute that to my post-editing as opposed to the camera's filming. Hi, thank you. Beautiful Sunday. Clean, soft feet. Looking good. I know I'm a bit backlit, so I'm here, got my handy dandy sewing machine because I want to make a cover that just covers the top part. I want where I've charged it on the sides to be exposed so I can charge it but keep it covered. This is a cover that I had made for my 360 GoPro. What was it called? Whatever, but I don't use it. It's in a box somewhere, and it's made of this velvety type material. That way when I take it on and off, I automatically clean the lens. I can rub it a little bit, clean the lens. The reason I don't like the silicone covers for it is because they collect dust. You take it off and there's dust collected inside the silicone cover. There's dust all around the lens. Dirt just gets entrapped when you put it in a silicone cover. So I don't like the silicone cover. I much prefer cloth, but I don't want to cover the entire phone with it. And I also like cloth because you can, when you're not using it, you can take it and shove it in your pocket, or you can hold it in your hand and it's not that big of a deal, as opposed to when you have that hard silicone, it's very hard to put it in your pocket. So I'm going to basically make this half the size, make it skinny, and then make it short, put a little bit of elastic in the bottom so it can kind of grip the head of the camera. So that's what
Core stuff. Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so now we are about to officially light the grill for the season. Here, the inaugural lighting of the pizza grill to start off pizza season.
Steak season.
Pizza season, but we're doing steaks.
It's a bowl of chili next time?
Bowl of chili? It's too hot for chili.
Your chili is just good enough for year round. I mean, you don't see bins selling theirs only during winter.
You don't miss chili season. It's pizza season, dude. Okay, so I know we haven't fired it up in a while. It takes a So I have the oven lit. When it's been resting for a while, you need to get the stone slowly back up to temperature. So you have to let it run for, get to 300 degrees and let it run for 30 minutes before you heat it all the way up to your higher temperatures of 600-700. So that's what we're doing right now. Letting it get to 300, which is there. So we'll turn it all the way down. And hopefully it will stop around 300. And we'll go. Now I'm going to give you my opinion on the pros and cons of using the Insta360 X4 as a vlogging camera. First, we'll start with the most important aspect, and that's the picture quality. Even after reframing, the picture quality is really good, and I'm really impressed with it. At least the picture quality that I see in my editing software. Second most important is the audio quality. Without any external mics, just using the mics on the camera, I thought the audio quality was very good. It picked up small, subtle, and detailed sounds. Next, the time you save in setting up the shot. No more looking into a small viewfinder to see if everything's in frame or the things that you want in frame are there. You just shoot everything and reframe later. And next, I like the fact that you can just shoot and reframe in horizontal or vertical mode. It's kind of neat because you don't have to shoot things twice by turning your camera to get a horizontal or vertical shot. You shoot once and decide which one you like later. Another pro is I like the fact that when you have done the invisible selfie stick, it looks like you're shooting through third-person perspective or like a little mini drone is following you. And finally, I actually like the Insta360 editing software. I've been using it for about 3 to 4 years now, and I'm pretty used to it. And though it doesn't have the best special effects and the best font, putting and stitching your videos together in the software has become quite easy for me. Now let's start with the cons. To get that great image quality, I had to shoot in 8K, which drastically reduces the life of the battery. Next, the lens is not protected, so you do have to be very careful with this camera. And next, on a selfie stick, it's not very discreet. Let's say it's not as discreet as shooting with my DJI Pocket 3. And this next thing is pretty minor. Sometimes I don't like the distortion or the curvature of the straight lines in the shot. And finally, let's talk editing. Editing time is a bit long because you have to reframe every shot because you capture everything. So you have to go back through and reframe to make sure you get only what you want. I thought there were definitely a lot more pros for using the Insta360 4X as a vlogging camera. For my sit down talking to you, I'll stick with my DJI Pocket 2. But for my outdoor adventures and probably a lot of things just vlogging my daily routine, I think I'll be using the Insta360 X4. Let me know if you have any questions down below. If this was helpful to you, please give this video a like and consider subscribing so you can see more of my videos shot on my DJI Pocket 2 and my Insta360 X4. And I'll see you later. Bye.